Australian government has announced a strategic critical mineral reserve, and here to discuss the merits of it is ABx Group's Managing Director, Mark Cooksey. Mark, it's a pleasure to see you again. How are you?
Likewise, Shay. Great to be with you again.
Thanks for joining me today, as this could be quite an important announcement going through for Australians. Now, the Australian government has announced a critical mineral strategic reserve. Now, this makes it sounds like they're going to stockpile minerals. Tell me, is that your take on this announcement?
Yeah, thanks, Shay. So, we've looked at this announcement, and whilst, I agree with you that the phrase strategic reserve sounds like a stockpile where the government would buy product from Australian miners, a bit like how the US government maintains a stockpile of oil reserves. That's a very small part of this announcement. So they have announced some funding that will buy small amounts of material and stockpile if required. But the really important bit is where it says that they will they'll buy rights to product produced by Australian miners and then sell those rights to customers overseas. So it says $1 billion of funding earmarked for that. So that's the main part of this announcement.
Tell me, what about the merit of the idea overall?
Yeah, so clearly we've got a problem where, globally we need more rare earths in the supply chain. One country dominates, and that skews the market. So I think it's absolutely right that governments, the Australian government and other governments, are looking to say, well, how can we basically solve market failure and create a larger, more diverse supply chain? There's not enough detail in this, and I think they're working through it, to be fair. I mean, this is just an announcement of the initial principles. But I do like the idea of the government effectively being a facilitator, right? They're trying to say, look, supplier A and customer B, they want to have a commercial arrangement, but they're struggling due to the market dynamics, and the government can step in and help, broker those arrangements. I think that's the fundamental principle, which I think is a good idea.
Now, where does ABx fit into all of this? Because you actually do have critical minerals within your portfolio.
Yeah, that's right. So we've got a fantastic rare earth project, and rare earths. So the government did announce that the three initial focus minerals for this critical mineral strategic reserve are rare earths, antimony, and gallium. So obviously we're in that. Our strategy has always been, continues to be, we're trying to get up on our own merits. So create a good project that can produce a good product at low cost and sell it to customers who want it. That's still consistent with this. It's just, government assistance is very useful and welcome in a market where there's market failure. So we would be hopeful that this strategic reserve can assist us in what we're already trying to do. For example, we have an MOU with Ucore. We're planning to build a separation plant in the US. They would buy our MREC. I could foresee a situation where ABx and Ucore are trying to set up a commercial arrangement, and this strategic reserve could help facilitate that. But that'll come out in, I presume, coming months about the details of how this reserve will work.
Listen, Mark, I appreciate you taking the time to discuss this topic with me. I look forward to speaking with you again.
Great. Thank you, Shane.